What's up? Welcome to the live stream, man. We're gonna be looking at the best stocks. Find the best stocks in the market. We got a little pullback, but I'm telling you right now, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Dang, that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. I mean, we kind of needed a pullback. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, God dang, some of y'all just want the market to go up and up and up and up and up and up and never stop. And never stop. Don't get it. I don't get it. SPY retest 470, then moon to 550. I mean, perhaps 470. God dang, boy, 470. I mean, it need to break below 490 first. But let's run up the likes. Once we run up the likes, we'll look at some of these stocks. Once we run up the likes, we'll look at some of these stocks. Oh, UNH still looks amazing. I'm gonna have to get in. I'm gonna have to get in soon. And it's giving you that hidden bullish divergence right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to get in soon. We're gonna have to get in soon. I'll probably get in Friday or something, Thursday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But let's try to at least get the 4K likes before we get started. You think BT will pull back more? If it does, I mean, I like BT right here. I don't know if it's gonna pull. Look, one thing about me is I just know this is a great buying point. If it pulls back more, cool. Buy some more. A lot of you guys want to look at BT. Wonder why. Wonder why y'all want to look at some BT. That is beyond me. Alright, let's get to 4K. StarBucks. Oh, we definitely gotta look at StarBucks. SNA, please. Look, we need to get to 4K before we look at any stocks. That's just a fact. I'm not looking at nothing you guys want me to look at until we get to 4K likes on here, man. I'm just not. Okay, I'm just not, man. I'm just not. How do you think Tesla will do upcoming weeks? Look, I definitely want to look at Tesla. Amazon. Man. Alright, let's look at the Qs really quick. We'll look at the Qs. Okay. So we got the CPI pullback. The reason we got the CPI pullback, they said it, you know, hot, whatever it may be. They think it's going back up. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not going back up. Alright? I'm gonna tell you right now, what you see with the 3.1%, if you think it's gonna continue to go up and march upwards, you're gonna end up being wrong, okay? I'm just tell you that right now. But if you look at some of the TA that's happening right now, all we did was retrace back to this 21 EMA, which makes a lot of sense when what usually happens is, okay, we do retest that 21 EMA and then we make that large gap up and then come back down, large gap up, come back down. So if you were looking to short, if you're looking to come into tomorrow and try to short it right here, I'm letting you know you're shorting it at the wrong point. Like, at least wait for it to start trading now, since you missed this entire downfall for CPI from 440 all the way to 425, a $13 move. Why would you look to short it? Why would you look to short it right here? It doesn't make any sense. So at least wait for it to start trading below 425, because once it does that, it's broke structure. It is now ready to actually maybe correct maybe correct back to 410 or something. We'll have to see. we'll have to see. But to short it right here, or 412, not 4. So I'll be looking for 413 if we do start closing below 425. But right here is a bounce level. You saw that at the end of the day. And usually what happens in these big leg ups, like you saw, over here, is that on the daily, we usually come down, retest a whole bunch of times, and then we just keep marching upwards, okay? So I want to look at how long this rally was. The bottom, March 13th, all the way until March 13th, all the way until the top of this one. It was 128 days, okay? The bottom of this one till right now, we're just at 100. We're at 110 days. But what this one had is 3 months of consolidation, okay? So I told you guys, if you go to the Twitter, the main thing that I said right now is that the buy the dip culture will come in full force before we see any top, okay? That the way you're going to turn all these bears into bulls, and the way you're going to actually have people believe that the market cannot go down, which the market is going to end up coming down, okay? Don't worry about that. You're going to end up having some sort of hard landing, whatever it may be. But how do you change everyone's mind into thinking the buy the dip culture is in full effect? Is that you do buy these dips, okay? I'm very excited for this live stream. This is probably the most excited I've been in a very long time. Why? Because we just been going up, man. We just been making money, That's it. It's just been going up. But now we're getting some great entries on some great stocks. And look, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to look at some of these stocks that you guys want to look at now. Yesterday, I was like, man, we're not looking at the Microsofts. We're not looking at the Apples. We're not looking at none of that, man. But now we can probably look at, especially Apple. But anyways, this rally lasted 128 days. This one, only 110. 3-month consolidation period. This one only had a month consolidation. First of all, we're at a bounce level on the Qs at that 425. That's why you actually saw that huge bounce at the end of the day that some of you guys saw. We were at a bounce level. This was at the 21 EMA, and it was at that 618. So it was double confluence. So heading into tomorrow, the main thing that I'll be paying attention to, if I was to be bullish, and if you want to see more continuation to the upside, you definitely want to see us break above 430, which has been a resistance for a very long time, like you see back here and even over here, and what you are seeing, those rejects and those wicks right here, okay? So at least get some candle closes on the hourly above 430, and then that'll give you even more confirmation that, okay, that's a dip that was probably bought. All right. And also you even have some hidden bullish divergence on the hourly. Like, there's a lot of bullish stuff happening on this time frame, okay? Like some huge hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. So, hey, man, we'll have to see. Those are the main things I'm paying attention to. But again, I don't even think the best things are inside of these stocks. I think the best stocks are in these lower and mid cap stocks. Okay, I think we're gonna find some bangers today. I really do. So that's why you probably want to stick around, because first of all, if you were sticking around on these big old green days where we were sitting here cashing out. Big old green days cashing out, and you don't want to stick around for this live stream where we actually have probably some very good entries. The market's going to continue to go up. We could look at the dollar, and I can tell you right now, if you think the dollar is going to continue to do what it's about to do right here, come on, man. So this makes me way more excited. The narratives are changing as well. You see some people starting to be more bearish, and we kind of needed this day. I'm going to be honest with you. We kind of needed this day. We were in extreme greed. 78. Somehow, we're at 69 again. Somehow, this is spiking to the upside, 72. And you just have to love it, man. You just have to love it, okay? So, anyways, let's move on. What stocks you guys want to look at in the comments? When you see all these non-name TikTok guys, and if you say so, you know what I'm saying? If you say so. D-Dog. Let's look at D-Dog. He don't know. It's okay. What he doesn't know, I'm gonna give him some. He doesn't know. So I'm not gonna even get into it. We trying to make some money today. So we're not gonna get into it. We trying to make some money today. You know, like we're not even gonna go over what we've been talking about the past 2 years, how we were actually the first ones on this, how much money. You know, we're not even gonna do that. But let's just move on. Let's try to find some stocks that actually look very good. D-Dog. You want to look at D-Dog. Now, the reason I like D-Dog, I believe this is a cybersecurity. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not a cybersecurity? Is this not a cybersecurity? I think this is a cybersecurity. And what you got to know about cybersecurities is that these are probably the most bullish stocks on the market right now. Okay? However, this is very ugly TA, but what you got to know about D-Dog is that it's just going to continue to march upwards, okay? I don't see anything that I like on it that I would get in unless I was getting like some July calls, because this is just very choppy at the end of the day. Very choppy, like nothing here that's too crazy. It had earnings, dipped down, got bought straight back up. Nothing, pass. Pass. But what you got to know about cybersecurities is that they will be going crazy. I mean, you see what happened with Crowd. You saw us calling Crowd, buy Crowd equity calls at 140. When it was at 140, we were begging you to buy. Now it's at 322. 322. All right. Let's look at Starbucks, because I'm actually in Starbucks. Some of you guys in the stream are probably in Starbucks, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I'm seeing on Starbucks. Okay, the reason I'm not looking to sell Starbucks until we actually get some daily closes below 94, like multiple, is because if you look at the 4 hour, we're actually hitting bull diverging, like you see right here. It's making a higher low, but this is making a lower low. You absolutely love that. And also, this is a stock that gapped up for earnings and then got smacked back down and then got bought back up again. So I'm not looking to sell this, and like I want to hold it a bit longer, because what usually happens with these stocks that get smacked back down on earnings, they get bought straight back up, like you're seeing right here, like you saw right here, and we just ended up catching it, not on a great day. But I still really like Starbucks. I think it does need to start closing above $94, but it's hitting bull diverging anyways. I wouldn't sell right here, and it's in demand regardless. So selling right here is actually not smart at all. But that's the main thing I'm saying. Hitting bullish diverging on a 4 hour time frame. So we're gonna have to see tomorrow. We're gonna have to see what and we got time on it. Like we got months out on it. But yeah, PayPal been ripping. BA, I want to look at BA. I definitely want to look at BA, because BA, if you look at what's happening in BA right now, it's in the same situation it kind of was back here, but in a different type of market. It's getting all these inside candle, like BA is one that might squeeze. It might squeeze as long as it can continue to hold above 204. Okay, that's the main thing I'm paying attention to for BA, is that you keep getting the candle closes above 204. Okay, this is the golden pocket. This is where you want to buy BA, especially if you've been waiting for a while. If you guys remember the stream we had yesterday, I said this is where we're looking to buy some BA at around 204, 205, inside of this green box area, because that is the 618. That's an awesome demand level where you've seen it come down to that level and blast up $15. Okay, so I like what I'm seeing with BA. I love it right here. There's no way I short it right here. Anyways, let's find some new stocks. And also, if you zoom out anyways, the reason BA actually even had this downfall, like BA is supposed to be at all-time highs right now, okay? That's just a fact. There's just news that comes out that messes up BA's momentum every single time, okay? So I would be patient enough on BA, because if you look at bigger time frames, like the monthly time frame, this is sitting in a huge inverse head and shoulders anyways. Okay? Huge. And what usually happens with BA, if you look at it on a huger time frame anyway, it just goes to all-time highs. Every single time. And this is a stock that hasn't been to all-time high since 2020, that huge crash. It's been sitting here for 4 years in this big old period. And during the most bullish period of the market that I think is going to happen right now, in these next couple months, I think BA is one that could definitely fly, okay? Especially if you look at the weekly, like that's not nothing I would even sell it to. You get some candle closes below, not wicks, not these long wicks, some candle closes on the weekly, at least below 200, at least, like minimum. And that's probably just a liquidity grab at the end of the day. Okay, so BA is actually very bullish. It's one that I really like. Now, a lot of people might come in here and say this is a pennant, or whatever it may be. You know, this is actually a bear pennant. This is the flag, or this is the flag. This is the pole that you see right here, and BA is actually about to come down and go to 146. If this goes to 146, man, just know that this is an amazing equity buy. Okay, if that ever happens, this ain't COVID no more. Okay, I wish we would get some COVID prices. I wish we would. But yeah, BA looks good. I like it. Hey boys. Yo, we about to get a nice average down. Oh yeah, what's up, Twitch? So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Let's try to find some new stocks. A lot of you guys want to look at, well, not a lot of you, Riot and Mara and the CLSKs. Look, if you guys haven't been following along, like some of you guys haven't been following along, I came on here like 3 weeks ago. I begged you. I literally came on here and begged you to get in on the Bitcoin run, and these Bitcoin mining companies and Riot and Mara and CLSK especially. Like, we made so much money on CLSK that, and we still have 6 months on it, to where it's like, come on now. Like, we came in here. This was the day I went live. And I was like, if you want to actually front run people, you would look at the Bitcoin mining in Bitcoin right now. And this was January 16th on Tuesday, where we bought MSTR equity. We got into CLSK calls. If you go look at these June 2024's $15 strike prices, they're not going for 125 per anymore. Okay? So if you're still looking at CLSK, they know, look, the market makers know, whoever running the market, they know they cannot dump this that much. Because if they dump it that much again, come on. If they dump it that much again and try to trick people out again, guess what we're gonna do again? We're gonna probably end up making way more money than we did this time, because now we just know. Now we just know even more. There's more people that know. There's more people that are gonna end up catching this dip. Because, you know, I'm gonna just be honest. A lot of people didn't believe in this dip where we were telling people to buy right here at $7. Now it's at 17 or 16. So for CLSK, the measure move hasn't been made. Okay, we believe Bitcoin is gonna end up getting to over 100K. Okay, we think Bitcoin is gonna end up getting to over 100K. So what does that mean for CLSK, Coinbase, Riot, Mara? Is that they'll more likely than not continue to follow Bitcoin and continue to go up. Okay, so the best advice that I can give you for something like crypto mining is not to look to day trade, not to look to get the 2 weeks out, not to look to get the month out. Look, man, just put some money in the 5 to 6 months out on whatever, Mara, Riot, BTBT, CLSK, Coin, whatever, your favorite one. Get a nice strike price and just be patient on it, okay? If you guys remember the last time CLSK or we had that Bitcoin run, which we will have, okay? The market is not going to top out until you hear people making NFTs. Okay, that's when you hear some NFTs being made, hey man, get into my project. Get into my project, dildo boys. And it's like some dildos with faces and on a gradient background. That's when you need to start, you know, getting out. But until then, I think we do have some more room for CLSK. The last time we went to 60K on Bitcoin, CLSK was at like $40. Okay, I think CLSK can end up, you know, getting way more above that. So that goes for BTBT, Mara, etc. But if you're not in the Discord, you want to make sure you're inside the Discord. The link is in the bio because we caught both run-ups for over 1,000% each. We told you to buy back here in November, and it ran all the way up. We waited for the dip. Told you to buy again right here. And this is why it circles so much. Like, I don't even look at Mara. But somebody asked about Mara way back over here, and I was like, please, bro. This is in the buying area. This is what you want to buy. Get some far-out contracts. Just sit on them. And that's exactly what happened. So I think Mara is going to continue to go up. MSTR is going to continue to go up. Those are probably the look. If you still want to front-run people, in my opinion, I think it's still, you know, it's still there. But anyways, move on. And if these do dump, if Mara, CLSK, if they do get a nice dump, come on, man. Come on, man. If you're not already in, I'm already in, so I'm not looking to, you know, really, I'm not looking to buy up here. I'm already in. I'm looking to start selling to people. But if you're not already in, I'd be looking for, you know, maybe $20. Try to get an entry at $20. That's a greedy entry, though. Like that's an entry to where you might miss it. You might miss it, but that's a great demand level, like you see right here. This is where you had this big old bounce, this big old rejection, and it continue to fall. You know, this is a gap up. So look for that $20, $21 range on Mara if you're not already in. But that's a greedy entry. Like, I would just get some June, July calls tomorrow, $20, $30, and just sit on them and average in, because you don't want to miss it. Let's move on. Let's look at SNA. What the heck? If I'm looking at SNA, I want to see how this candle closes for next week. First of all, I don't even like this stock. It looks like it chops a lot, but I'll look at it just for you, man. I'll look at it just for you. If I was looking at SNA, I want to see how this weekly candle closes right here, because this is going to print you a Morningstar candle, okay? And those Morningstar candles, look, man, more likely than not, I give it an 80, 85% chance. They always give you a nice big old green candle after. And that's not it. It's even hidden bull diverging on a weekly time frame, okay? Now, I don't know why this dumped. It probably had earnings. Yeah, it had earnings, which I don't like getting into stocks that gap down for earnings, because it usually just continues to go down. Just like if a stock gaps up for earnings, it usually continues to go up. So I would just look at its weekly closes, and then look, man, if you like SNA that much, I would look to get some 2-month out calls. It's weekly bull diverging. I mean, weekly doji, weekly Morningstar looks alright. But yeah, hit CART. What's CART? CART has earnings, doesn't it? Yeah, CART has earnings. Did it it already had earnings, and it went down $1. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, but I'll tell you what, if this breaks out, man, this is, you know, it's funny. We actually saw kind of this similar thing with ARM. You know, we've seen this similar thing with ARM in these IPOs. So I'm not going to say CART can't go up. Is it one I'm going to mess with? I mean, we'll have to see. But, you know, in a bull market, IPOs usually continue to go crazy. We've seen that with Coinbase when it IPO'd. We've seen that with a bunch of other stocks when they IPO'd in 2021. So, you know, we'll have to see. I don't want to say anything right here, because it's just ugly. It's just ugly. NVO. Man, where the good stocks at, man? Alright, man. I don't know. For something that's up here, like, I wouldn't short it just because it goes up. And I wouldn't get in the call just because I'm not getting a good entry. But what usually happens with these 3 candles that I've seen, like, we've seen these 3 candles so much during when we go live, is that it's usually followed by a brief pullback. But I don't even want to look at it. This is ugly. We need to find some good stocks, y'all. TWLO. We got a lot of people ask about TWLO and Roku and TTD. There we go. Those probably look good. Let's look at TWLO though. Twilio has earnings, man. I forgot. Twilio has earnings, but if you're in the Discord, I'm actually looking to play some Twilio earnings. We got into Zillow earnings, and hopefully Zillow continues to hold. I mean, we took some. What we get? What we get? If you guys want the updated plays and what I personally enter and what, you know, some of the best people who know what they're doing, who have years of experience inside this market are entering, like, yeah, we come in here and talk about, you know, all these great setups, but what are we actually entering? Okay, we actually got into some the Zillow earnings, and shoot, if we hit on Zillow earnings, we did hit. It's up 6.5%. We have to see if it holds in the morning. I never count my chickens before they hatch, but if it holds, I'm definitely looking to enter into some Twilio. I'm definitely looking to enter into some Twilio. Okay. Now, I don't even want to look at too much TA for it. The TA for it does look pretty decent, though, because you have that hidden bullish divergence on the daily. And that's kind of what I saw on Zillow as well, where it was about to hit and bull diverge, okay? And we are in a buy. I'm telling you guys right now, and I'm going to tell you guys this for quite some time, man. Like, these dips, we're gonna end up becoming a buy the dip. Some of you guys remember in 2021, buy the dip was like a 2020, 2021, buy the dip was like a slogan that you had to live by during that time, because if you look at the chart, yeah, you had some red days, but ultimately it ended up being 5 green days after. Okay, but for Twilio, hidden bull divergent, has earnings tomorrow. I plan on entering into some Twilio earnings. We'll have to, you know, I like it, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because it has earnings. GE, bruh. Man, GE going stupid, man. There's no reason. What do you want me to do with this, man? When are you going to enter into Twilio? If you're in the Discord, I'll let you know. Full port Twilio is crazy. Let's look at SOXL. This SRE. What is this? Like, are we looking at equity plays right now? There's no way y'all want me to look at some of this stuff, man. Actually, I mean, it is at a nice bounce area, though. Like, this is where you get those bounces from $68, $69 all the way back up to 83. So this looks like a safe, like, I actually kind of like it just because it looks like a safe bet. Like, this usually bounces right here, or like this is a good demand for it regardless. Like, we zoom across the board right here, and I mean, this is what it's done. It actually went right here one time, went all the way to 85. And this is a stock that's been inside of this thing for 2 years, doing the same exact thing, coming to that level, bouncing back up $10, coming to that level, bouncing back up $10. So I actually kind of like it. And it's bull, like, actually I like it. I like it. You know, like, this isn't usually a stock I mess with because, like, this is ugly, first of all. But if you just look at some of the stuff, it has some good things going on for it. It has earnings in 2 weeks from now, but bull diverging hard on the daily time frame. This area right here bounces a lot of the time. Great demand level. So 2 confluences that I'm seeing already for it that would lead me, like, even if you look at the 8 hour, yeah, SRE is very good. To be honest, this is probably one of the, like, this is the best one we've seen tonight, which, you know, this is the best one we've seen tonight, and this isn't even like a good one, but I like it. I do like it. This is the best one we've seen tonight, and I'm talking about like free, like the most high probability free bread. Like this is it. This is what we like to look at, y'all. High probability. And it's in, yeah, there's too many confluences for me to, first of all, for you to short it. Like, the short it right here is crazy. There's too many bull confluences going on with it that I look at and that have played out multiple times. So yeah, this one looks good. Who knows? I might get into it, man. I might get into it, you know, especially if the market right now is in a consolidation famine period. You know, we might have to get into something like SRE. we might have to get into something like SRE, man. I love it. Even my boy Canadian likes it. Oh yeah, we might. Yeah. We might have to get in. Yeah. Shout out to whoever said SRE. Anyway, let's move on. SRE 3% yield dividend, Sunrun. This is a great pre-earnings run-up setup. Oh, shoot. Yeah, shoot, you might have to get in. You might have to see what it's about. Let's look at SOXL. I actually got to put this on my... Let me bookmark this one, man, because I knowing me, I'm going to forget about something like this. These are the stocks that are just like, what? Who was entering into that stuff? Somebody say, I'm ready to leave. Look, if I don't see what you're putting on the thing, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. There's too many people asking me to look at what stocks, and you know it's hard to see them sometimes. So for SOXL, this is a semiconductor bull 3x. Okay, the first thing you got to realize about something like this is that first of all, it's giving you a red week. It doesn't normally give you those, and when it does, it blasts up. It gives you about two extra green weeks after that, and that's been happening since October 2023. I like it. I think there's some better plays out there, but right here is where to short it right here is crazy. It's in like I love the market right now, man. I love the market right now because we're getting some very, very great entries to where if you're a swing trader, this is what you love to see. All our swings cooked to the upside to where it was hard to find some good setups to get into some calls 3 months out. Today, it's a different story. We're getting some SREs. We're getting some SOXLs, some SOXLs. You know, we're getting some good stuff out here. So to short SOXL right here is crazy. Like you only really want to be bearish, not even fully bearish on it, but you know, not looking to sell your calls maybe if it goes below, starts to close below $35. Right here is where you actually have some great demand, some great demand. Some bull divergence happening. I love it right here. Yeah, I really like it right here. There's no reason I look to short it right here. So if I was looking at it, you guys know me. You guys know the best way to play these stocks inside of a bull market is you just be patient enough to get good entries, right? Sometimes you don't get the best entry, but you get a good entry. And to me, this is a good entry because it fell down $4. Some of you guys were excited to get in up here. Some of y'all was like, man, I'm about to buy some SOXL calls. It's about to break out. And you got in at the top. But down here is actually a way better entry. It's still following the trend. It's in the side of this channel. Look, man. Yes. This is what we look for on here. Look at this channel. Beautiful. Now, could it come down and fall down to $34? Sure. But if you're looking to get some June, July calls anyways, which is what you should be looking at if you actually want to, not lose your mind inside this market right now. That's how you make money right here. I like it. This is where I would average in a SOXL, or this is where I would buy my first contract of SOXL. I would average down at around $34, and I watch it ride all the way back up to the top. Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Shout out to whoever said this one. And semiconductors, come on. You think Nvidia's done? I hope not. I hope not. Sure, it may look done. it may look like it needs to come down. Shoot, come on, man. This look like it needs to come down. But I'm telling you, I've seen crazier things, and I don't want to be the person to short something like this. When you know for a fact, when we actually do start turning bearish, like right now, I bet you people are mouths are watering right now because they think they're about to short some Nvidia because it's the most ran up stock, and they think it's going to be the most ran down stock if there is any sort of bearishness, which isn't even what you like. There's a reason Nvidia didn't fall today. There's a reason Nvidia did not really fall today, and it's because a lot of people are looking at these stocks, especially on bearish days, to short because they're the most ran up. Like I bet you SMCI didn't look. This could go one of two ways. I did not look at SMCI, but just knowing SMCI, I bet you it's not green. Look, I bet you it's not red. I bet you, because these are the stocks that are like people are looking to short too much, and it's not gonna happen. But yeah, I like SOXL. I'm not gonna look at SMCI just because that's not a stock. Like, I don't even want to look at Nvidia. Already lost my mind in my portfolio again. Yeah, you need to look, man. I hate when I see stuff like that. But don't worry, it's a lesson at the end of the day, okay? The market's open for too many days. The market is open for the rest of your entire life, for you to give up and for you to think your portfolio is not going to return, okay? I've seen people turn their portfolios around, you know, easily. Some not so easily. But if you just got to stick to it, man. If you give up, it's never going to turn around. You're just going to, you know, you're just going to never have a portfolio that's worth anything. But I will say, I've seen a lot more people find success not in the day trades but in the swing trades, okay? That's why I come on here and look and tell you about long-term swing trades and equity, because I want you to build that foundation first. A lot of you guys come in here, you don't have no foundation. You have $2,000 and you just want to day trade. And I'm telling you right now, if you're looking to get these suicide weeklies every single week, like Vegas, is going to take your money, man. It's more likely than not going to take your money. Unless you really know what you're doing, like unless you have some skill, like unless you've been doing this for 3, 4, 5 plus years, okay? But if you're brand new, come on, man, it's too much you don't know. There's too much you don't know. And that's the story with most people. Like, most people are brand new. But let's move on. CLSK price target. My price target is to 40 plus minimum. Appreciate the cap. My portfolio need to turn around. Instead of Tesla calls, do you think TSL will work? Also TNA for IWM. I don't really mess with TSL, whatever that is. I would just say I would just stick with Tesla. But let's look at TTD. TTD has earnings, okay? But like I said, for some of these stocks, they're gonna run up for earnings, okay? Some of these stocks are just gonna go crazy for earnings, and TTD might be one of them, because TTD, first of all, is not a bad company. This is actually a really good company that I actually really, really like. And we have a measure move to 113. So I don't want to look at TTD too much, because it does have earnings, I think, on Thursday after hours. But if I was looking at it, I would get, look, if you want to risk it for the biscuit, I would just look to get some June calls, because even if it does dump, I think it will get bought up just off the strength of these mid caps and small caps. I would get some Junes or maybe some Aprils if you want to risk it even more, okay? But it has, you know, it has earnings, so I don't want to pay too much attention. Let's look at Beam, because Beam, if you miss yes. And the thing with Beam right now, oh my, who said Beam? Yo, who said Beam? Who said Beam? Because, oh, yo, yeah. Beam is one that I was paying attention to a whole lot. I forgot about it, flew off my radar. But it's one that follows these health technologies, these CRISPRs. These CRISPRs, okay? So if you know about CRISPR, and first of all, CRISPR looks like the trend is shifting anyways. And I told you guys, these health technologies, my bad. Catchy. My bad. These health technologies are ready to go crazy, okay? Health technology. We just looked at the ETF. I think it was XL. What was the ETF for XLV? Healthcare. There it goes. These healthcare technologies. UNH was one that I really, really liked. But Beam, CRISPR, UNH, I think these healthcare technology stocks are ready to go absolutely crazy, because you're getting this breakout that you haven't had in over 3 years. 3 years. And if you look at what happens with healthcare, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. And if you know anything about travel nurses, man, they making more than some doctors, man. I'm talking about 30K monthly. And I think they're going to end up buying some healthcare stocks. I'm just playing. But if you look at XLV, this one looks very good, okay? I really, really like it. And I say that to say, when you look at something like Beam or UNH, which we're talking about a whole lot right now because UNH I think is ready to go to all-time highs. You look at Beam, and it's giving you that pullback. This is at $33 when the market was going crazy. This is one that likes to run a lot. It's give you that pullback back to the 21 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. So right here is the most perfect time to try to get an entry on it, like some June, July calls. And just relax because it retested. It's retesting where it broke out from. It's retesting right here. Okay? It's retesting where it has not broken out from and where it actually fell down from, like you see right here. This is where, like, Beam was, $40, $50, $60. This is where it bounces from right here and goes all the way to 70, and this is where you had all this support right here, and then it dropped all the way down to $16, and now you have it actually getting ready to break above, and healthcare ETF looking to break out, and there's a lot going on right now, I think, with healthcare that a lot of people aren't even paying attention to, that I think looks very, very good. I'm talking about scrumptious. Financials, let's look at financials. And that's the thing, like tech could slow down and you can get some rotation into healthcare and financials, because these are ETFs that aren't at all-time highs. We like looking at ETFs, especially the SPDRs. Okay? The SPDRs, SPY, XLV. These aren't at all-time highs yet, okay? Okay, so one thing I really do like about Beam is that it fits the healthcare narrative, which we've been paying a whole lot of attention to. Is give you that nice little pullback today. Especially if you missed that $33 run up, I think this is where you want to enter. And I think I'm personally looking at these as well. Like, I like UNH a lot more just because it's more like I'm trying to ensure that I make some money. I'm trying to make sure, this is the most high probability healthcare that you can mess with, just because, I mean, come on, man. Like, we can look at it and know that this is gonna end up going up. But something like Beam and CRSP, these are the ones where you potentially get the highest amount of reward, without spending that much, because they are very volatile. Like, this was at $130 back in 2021. And it's $30 now. CRSP, it was at $216. Now it's at $72. But the charts don't look like a UNH. They don't look like a UNH. But yeah, I think I actually really like healthcare technology stocks. So whoever said Beam, shout out to you. I think it looks really good. And you even got some retests going on XLV, and I like it, man. I really like what healthcare technology is about to do. All right, so yes, pay attention to that sector for sure. Yes, NVO is going crazy. Like, NVO isn't even one that I want to pay attention to, just because, like, look at it. Why would I, I missed it. I'm not looking at this no more. Now, could it continue to go up? Probably. But nah, I'm gonna look for something. I'm gonna look for something that could potentially do this, and then I can get a better entry on. Right now, I'm getting the most garbage entry ever on something like NVO. Most garbage entry. Not looking. Nah, I'm alright. I'm okay. I shouted out NVO 2 months ago. God dang it. I suck. Why didn't I get it, man? And it just kept going up. 2 months ago, kept going up. I think there's some really good plays out there still for some healthcare, though. V-Day sale still going. Yes, the Valentine's Day sale is still here. I will be turning it off tomorrow. Tomorrow night, probably. Tomorrow night. So get into the Valentine's Day sale while you can. The lifetime access and the long-term picks will be going up. Those are the prices that will be increasing after the Valentine's Day sale. They're too cheap. You can get a year worth of the Discord for $50. Come on, man. Anyways, move on. I'm waiting in TNA to go down more. All right, so like I said, look at the healthcare technology stocks. Those look really good. TNA, in my opinion, is a stock that I absolutely like. Come on, man, this thing. You know what this reminds me of? I'm gonna show you guys what this reminds me of. What this entire setup right now and what you're seeing with IWM and TNA, what it reminds me of. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it reminds me of. So look at this. Matter of fact, let me zoom out. Look at this, and then look at snow. Snow is blasting off above the resistance levels, okay? But first, guess what it was giving you? If fake broke above, zoomed out like this was a $13 drop. This is a $13 drop that Snow gave you, and then continued to march upwards, okay? So to me, that's kind of what IWM is doing right now, and TNA is doing right now, is that it's trying to give you that breakout, but on a weekly time frame. But you know, it's just taking its time. It's taking its time, but it's at that resistance level that is gonna end up breaking up, in my opinion. But you know, first they got to get the people out that are trying to get the weekly contracts. You know, that are trying to get the weekly contracts, that are trying to get the 1 month out contracts, trying to swing them, trying to think they caught the all-time high move. And that's why you get those $8 drops. Do you have enough courage to hold through those $8 drops? Most people don't. What's going on, Apple? Let's look at Apple. I definitely want to look at Apple because Apple is in an area where I would love to swing it. All right, but first, before we look at Apple, because I'm about to give you guys some really good game on Apple and why this is probably why you need to be looking at Apple right now. Like, if you haven't been looking at Apple at all, this is where you need to be looking at it, okay? This is the second best entry. First, we got to make sure you guys are following the Twitter, okay? Go to the link in the bio, follow the Twitter. Let's at least get to 2,980 before we move on, okay? But Apple right now, I think Apple's going to end up making a lot of you guys some money. This is the area that I was waiting for Apple. Link in the bio. Link in the bio. No stop loss, Steve. That's hilarious. With them new goggles. It's a cute dog. Nvidia. Why you want to look at Nvidia, man? Full Port Franklin over here. Yo. Nah, y'all got Run. Oh, I want to look at Run. We definitely have to look at Run. We need to follow those first, man. We need to follow those, man. Okay. We need 4 more. Hershey. I really like Hershey. Hershey looks amazing. It even came down to retest that level. We made some money on Hershey not too long ago. My boy Nick's called it out. Be patient at Starbucks. Come on, we need 3 more. MGM. I'm not looking at MGM. It had earnings. Can you chart RGTI? Look, before we move on and chart anything, we need some. I'm not looking at RGTI, man. It's a penny stock. It's worth $1. I'm not looking at that, bro. $1.20. Yeah, nah, I'm alright. It was $10. Yeah, I'm alright. Alright, we need 2 more. Para. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to look at Apple. I'm trying to look at Apple. We're trying to catch some really good dip buys, man. We're trying to catch some really good dip buys. Okay, we just need 2 more followers. You go to the link in the bio, you click the Twitter, and you're in. You subscribe right now, you're in. One more. One more. He said $10 soon, trust. No. Not trusting you, man. I'm not. I'm just not, bro. Just not. Sorry. I'm just not, man. Just not. Alright. So I wanted to look at Apple and why Apple I think is the second best entry right now, okay? The reason Apple is in the second best entry that you have right now is because I said so. Now it's because it's sitting in the nice golden ratio right here, okay? In the nice golden pocket. This is the golden pocket. Okay? That's why you got that huge bounce at the end of the day on something like Apple. And that's why if you're bearish on the market right now, after you miss that $15 move on SPY to the downside for CPI, you want to at least wait for Apple and some other stocks to start closing below where they bounce from. And Apple especially, because it makes up a lot of the S&P and a lot of the Qs. So until this can start trading below 183 and closing below 183, that's where we'll probably get some more downside. But until then, this is where a lot of people are looking to buy it at. This is actually a very, very good entry for a lot of people, especially me. I plan on entering into some Apple. And also, if you look at Apple anyways, it never reached this measure move. This is a stock that was supposed to continue to march higher, okay? Some of you guys remember I was telling you to buy calls and buy equity on this when it was 147, way down here. Just go look at the TikTok videos. Literally just scroll through TikTok and look back in February 2023, okay? But if you look at Apple right now from all this consolidation period, it hasn't reached this measure move of $218. And guess what it's doing right now? Guess what it's doing right now? It's sitting inside of another flag. It's sitting inside of another flag. So right here, to me, is the second best entry if you didn't get these bounces right here. And the reason I'm saying these bounces right here is because those were the second best bounces, okay? Look, it went into the buy area. It went into the buy area. This is where we went live in January and was saying the same exact thing that I'm saying right now, but for these right here, the 180, 179 bounces. Okay? So 183, I think this could potentially be the bottom. You know, I don't even like calling bottoms, but I think this is a good entry regardless. Like, if you get in right here, and let's say you get some June 195 calls, you're smart about it. The 195 June calls, like those, that's probably one of the best strike price and expiration you can get. I think more likely than not, I'm gonna be live in May, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, boys, hey, Wom, you made me some money, man. Thank you. It was easy too. All I had to do was press a few buttons, delete my app, and I came back in May, and I was just up 300%. I was just up 300%. I don't know how. I was just up 300%. So yeah, this is a very good entry. Okay, huge demand. Last time I was here, it actually bounced to 196. Okay, it bounced to 196 last time I was here. Last time I was here, right here, it bounced all the way to 192 and actually made its way to all-time highs at 199 again. Last time it was here, it actually rejected, came down here. Last time it was here, look at what it did. It went all the way to all-time highs. So this is one that I like. Right here is as best of an entry as you can get. Besides, if it comes down to like 180, that's where I would average down. I'd average down at like 180. I mean, you got June calls. But yeah, I like Apple. We already looked at BA. BA looks absolutely amazing. I'm not looking at no stock from nobody that calls me Poppy, man. Poppy is crazy. That's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. Square, please. Square has earnings, but if I was to like a lot of these mid caps and small caps that you guys want to look at have earnings. But if I was to look at the TA for something like Square, this is exactly where I would look to buy it at. Like right here, I would take some of the risk on earnings. Okay, it's in the buy area. It has earnings next week on Tuesday. It looks good. Okay, and Square is not a garbage company. You can look at it. This is a stock that follows like what IWM and TNA is doing anyways. Okay, like if you look at IWM, if you look at TNA, this is what it looks like. Okay, so small caps and mid caps have to get their feet under it. I don't want to look at too much TA. It fell $4 today. Like this is the best. Like, look, man. I know some of y'all get scared, man. You see some red days, and you like, oh shoot, the market going down. The market done. I knew I shouldn't have listened to WOM. God dang it. I always get in at the top. I always get in, man. I always get in at the worst spots. It's because you don't want to buy on red days. It's because you don't want to actually look when it's a good time to buy. You see the hype. You see people making money. But I'm telling you right now, the most money we've made, like the money we make, are from things that we enter into on a red day. On a dump day. We got into it 2 months ago, and all of a sudden we up 2,000% in 3 months. So entering into positions at the right time. That's what I told you guys yesterday. We got CPI. I said we got CPI. So you want to wait for some good entries on some of these, and you're getting good entries on some of these. Now the question is, do you have enough courage, or are you pessimistic and think the market is going to continue to go down? Those are the only two questions you got to ask yourself. I can't help you with that. Now, if you want to see what I'm getting into, then yeah, just join the Discord. If you want to see what I'm getting into and what I plan on entering into on these few days that the market's down, and what stocks I think look the best, yeah, just join the Discord. But somebody asked about Run, and I definitely wanted to look at Run because I think energy looks very good. I think what's the energy ETF? What's your win rate? I have no clue, okay? I have no clue. I really don't. I don't keep track of my win rate, but I know for certain that I'm making more money than I'm losing. That's just a fact. But what's the ETF for energy? XLE. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah. SPDR? Oh yeah. 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 Look, I'm looking at these SPDR ETFs that aren't at all-time highs yet, but usually make all-time highs. They usually do. They usually do. They usually do. Dang, it's choppy. But if we look at something like EMPH and Run, look, I personally like them. Now it's the more riskier, bet, like messing with energy and especially when it has earnings next week on Wednesday. But for the person that asked about Run, look, man, I kind of like it. My entry, shoot. It gave you the entry, 1480. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one just because I know it's a more riskier, this is more riskier things that you can mess with. But I know for certain, this is a bounce area that I absolutely love. This is an entry that I absolutely love. Last time it was here, it boosted all the way up to $21, and this is just a good bounce level for it. And if you look at it on a bigger picture, it's making an inverse head and shoulders regardless. Until this can actually start trading below $12. That's when you should turn a little bit bearish. But and that's only $3 away. It's not like it's $100 away. But yeah, I like Run, and I like energy overall. Okay, but to sum up what we talked about in the live stream, we talked about a few great plays that I personally like. Right, I'm gonna just go over them. We went over SRE. SRE was probably, I would say, the top play just because I think it's a more safer bet. It has all the confluences of this is probably going to go up. It's at a demand level, fib level, diverging. It's just a lot of stuff going on with SRE to make me like it. And then the next one was healthcare stocks. We looked at Beam, and Beam was the risky one. If you want to make a lot of money and you don't got a lot of money to mess with, I would look at something like Beam. retesting the breakout, inside candle regardless. Like there's some bullish stuff going on with this one. Okay, UNH is one that I'm particularly paying attention to, but healthcare, technology in general. Okay, those are the two things that we looked at that was like, yeah, like it's breaking out. It's breaking out from. Dang, what was the ETF? I need to mark this stuff. Man, huh? And I forgot the healthcare technology ETF. God dang it. Anyways, XLV. Thank you, bro. Yeah, when you look at XLV, it's breaking out from a two-year long consolidation. Okay, so healthcare is definitely what I'm paying attention to. And usually when it breaks out from all-time highs, kind of like what you saw back in 2019, 2020, this is what happened. It looks similar, like this is a similar setup for real, where you had that 2-year long, you literally had that 2-year long period where it just kept hitting resistance and then finally took off and went crazy. Okay, and then you had COVID, obviously, but this is a setup that happens very often. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. It's time for me to go anyways, as you can hear. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Thank you for the 16K likes too as well, okay? I appreciate all of you. And we'll be in the Discord. We'll be looking at some stocks, okay? And also, if you missed the live stream, it will be in the YouTube, okay? It will be on the YouTube. We'll repost it. But anyways, peace out. Could see a lot more. What up, Twitch? Y'all in here going crazy. I came from TikTok. Twitch is way better. You about to get a nice average down. True. All right, Twitch. I'll see you guys later. I'll continue to go live on here as well.